So it looks like previously the mandate that everybody that remains at Kotaku, which is apparently 7 journalists, I mean, they call themselves journalists, but I'm not so sure about that. But there's 7 of them left at Kotaku. And the site was going to make them write 50 game guides a week. You know, they're going to have to actually work. It's rough. They've apparently walked that back and are still going to push news. That comes from the person who started all of this with that BS article that she put out on Kotaku. This person right here, Alyssa Marcenti, who has, I think, blocked about everybody that's covering this stuff now. But she is going after Melanie Mack next, and we're going to talk about that. I think she's going to go after every YouTuber. Little that it'll do. The days of articles affecting anything are kind of gone. These journalists don't have the power that they used to have. It's quite sad watching them try to act like they still have those 2016 muscles, but it's not really there anymore. So this is a quick rundown. Remember, they had this announcement that they were going to make people have to write 50 guides a week. And that was after the former editor-in-chief stepped down, Jen here, Jen Gillian. She stepped down, and someone else stepped up, became the new editor-in-chief, and that person said, well, you know what? We're going to actually focus on video game stuff. We're not going to do any more of this bullshit. And they got mad and pissy about it. Last thing I'll say is we don't want to be told to just get guides done, because the AV Club watches full seasons of a show and still produces that kind of content. So they got mad. They want to be activists. They want to use video games as a stepping stone to get into some other journalistic field. And it's run these sites into the ground because gamers go to game websites for games, not people that are trying to cancel. And it's really run these businesses down. So Alyssa went on a storm rage and now says Kotaku staff had a somewhat productive meeting with management. Expect news to continue coming from us, at least for now. Your support and your voices certainly help, so thank you. So Kotaku quadrupling down on the butt plug news, because as you know, they've written articles about the best way to use butt plugs with Animal Crossing. That's a real article on that site. How to play video games with butt plugs is a priority for them, and canceling people. Apparently, this is what's going to save the site. But they are planning on going after Melanie Mack, same writer that wrote the Gamergate 2 article. There's a story I've been simmering on that I really want to pick back up. If anyone has any connections to a prominent female Twitch streamer, gaming personality who leans very hard into Christianity and homophobia, DM me or email me. Link in the bio. And then, of course, Melanie responded and I think is doing an interview with her, which I'm sure Alyssa isn't going to take out of context and try to smear her with. Oh, no, that's not going to happen for sure. It's going to be a big smear piece. Personally, I would give these people a giant middle finger if they wanted an interview. Last time that happened to me was somebody from Rolling Stone, and they wanted to interview me. I forget what it was a part of. Maybe I think it was part of Weeb Wars. And I told them, sure, if I can record everything and release it the day you release the interview. And they said no, they didn't contact me back. I wonder why that was. Why they didn't want the interview to be recorded and released. Probably because they were going to spin a bunch of bullshit. So hopefully Melanie does the same thing and at least releases the questions and her answers. That really helps destroy these fake bullshit articles that these people put out. But that is coming. Also, this woman clearly hates Melanie Mack. There's a screenshot out there of her. I don't know if it's in this video. Yeah, it's not in this article, but there's a tweet from her where she, and this was from a while ago, where she says she wants to fight Melanie Mack in a creator clash. So she has clearly has a problem with her, and she's had one for a long time. So I am expecting a big smear piece against her and probably other YouTubers in time. But the big thing that's happened over the past couple of days is this Gearbox writer coming out to defend Sweet Baby Inc. and basically calling people that are mad about Sweet Baby Inc. and all of the bullshit going on in gaming, they're just bigots. Because I'm sure that these same tactics that they've been using for years and years now are going to just keep working. They're not working, and all this does is turn people against them. They have to be wondering, like, what's going on? Why aren't these same tactics that we've ran into the ground working anymore? So this is him. He is the narrative director for Borderlands 3, a game that didn't go over very well with gamers. People don't like this nearly as much as they liked 1 and 2. And he's the guy that was behind the story for it. So I see this argument all the time against DEI and consultancy, and it just highlights the total misunderstanding of what being a good writer is. You don't somehow max out your stats and learn how to write every conceivable character, plot, or prose style. Knowing you can't, aren't ready, or aren't the right person to write something is one of the chief skills for being a pro writer. Ideally, you have a team that can cover all your bases. But if you have a gap, you hire an outside expert, just like in literally any effing other industry. Just further evidence that 99.99% of the people spewing this shit have never created a single thing in their lives that they are proud of, and the rest are just straight up bigots. Now, what I find funny about this is a good writer can write anybody. It's called doing a little bit of research into people and the things that they experience, and then you can write about it. This you need to bring in somebody from that background to do the writing for it is a grift. And it's something that's been going on for a while. And notice that when this grift started, the quality of entertainment went down into the shitter. So I think that you can make that argument, unlike what he's saying. But if you make that argument, well, he's just going to call you a bigot. So keep doing it. These people are destroying their careers with this stuff. And when they put a game out, people are going to say, well, I'm not so sure I'm going to want to play that one, because they know who's attached to it. Just like what's happening with Sweet Baby Inc. Look what happened to that Flintlock game that Cabrutus discovered. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.